Like with any major purchase, when getting a mortgage, you want to make sure you get things in writing. It's very easy for a lender to just quote you a rate, even if you don't qualify for that rate, or even if that rate doesn't even exist, especially if you haven't actually applied for a mortgage and had your credit pulled. I've seen borrowers get quotes that were ridiculously low compared to the current market, knowing full well they could never actually lock in that rate, even if they wanted. But the lender never told them that secret. Loan officers who operate like that are simply just trying to get an application and then try to sell the borrower on a higher rate later, a little bit of a bait and switch. Often it can be too late. When we first speak, I'll give you a good ballpark of where rates are currently based on the info you provide for your scenario. Keep in mind, rates change hourly, so unless you're locking in a rate at that moment in time, it's subject to change at any time. We typically see rates change at least a couple of times throughout one single day. Once you submit a pre-approval application, you can then get a more refined quote, including estimated closing costs that will be much more realistic. However, it's still not a locked rate or a loan estimate. After you're in contract on a property, the initial disclosures that we send out contain a document called a loan estimate, or an LE. This is required by all lenders to provide within 3 days of a completed application for a specific property. This LE will show all of the lender fees and all of the third-party costs, including estimates for things like taxes and insurance. The initial LE typically does not show that the rate has been locked unless you've locked in advance. So while the fees the lender charges cannot change from what they disclose, the interest rate and the cost of any discount points or lender credits can change once locked. Some of the third-party costs and amounts collected for taxes and insurance will also likely change from your initial estimate, but those are unrelated to the loan itself or even the lender itself. So here's my tip. Get it in writing so you can truly compare apples to apples, a quote on one day and one time to another lender at the same date and time. Comparing from 2 different days or 2 different weeks is not the way to make the best decision because you're not comparing apples to apples. Click the link in bio for more info. Follow us on social media and reach out with any questions you have about getting qualified, pre-approved, and locking in your interest rate. Have a great day.